And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
Extra.
What's that?
You don't know about that.
Patreon only?
That's my Patreon. That's
Is
my
that
Patreon.
Bobby After Dark?
That's me and 12 people in StreamYard talking stuff, and that's my Ring camera. You don't know anything about that.
Who's
Extra.
You don't check to make sure it's not some guy coming to plow dawn?
I hope it is.
Oh, okay.
I hope I come home and there's just a blood trail.
Oh, murder. I thought you thought maybe they just left you.
No, that'd be good, too. That'd probably be better. I wouldn't have to deal with the crimes, but, you know.
You have a standing weekly show in the city, which is also crazy.
I do. I have a weekly show that I do.
You have a residency in town.
I have a residency because I don't do spots. I used to do spots. I did, we did 7 nights a week.
Oh, easy.
7 nights a week, all year long.
1 to 2 a night.
1 to 2 a night for how many years?
Sometimes 3.
20 years? Probably 20?
Yeah. I mean, for me, at least 17, something like that.
So, I mean, it's
Every single night.
It's crazy.
That was your job.
Well, we also loved it. It didn't even affect you because it was like, let's go. And we slept. We got to sleep till 3.
I mean, at least till like 1 or so.
Oh, man.
But yeah, you'd be at the cellar till 3:30.
3:30 in the morning, hanging out, shooting the shit.
Talking shit.
Sometimes
you don't even go on till 2:45.
It's great. If Godfrey was on, maybe 3:45.
Maybe 3:45 if Godfrey decided to show up.
I mean, if he showed up, you're just not going on until the sun came up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a Monday spot turned into a Tuesday.
A late night Tuesday.
Late night Tuesday. So, yeah. Well,
yeah, those days are done. And they all just ended one day. Isn't that strange? Do you feel that too?
What do you mean?
1 week I was at the cellar 7 days a week, and then 1 week I wasn't.
Because you realized you didn't have to.
Probably.
Because you realize that we're going on the road, and this week, I just did 4 shows at the mothership. It's like
an hour each.
Well, yeah, an hour. An hour each, and then people like, I mean, what are you going to do? You got to do a Monday?
Exactly.
I got to do a 10-minute spot on a Monday after Dan Natterman. I mean, do I really need to stick around for that?
Well, you got to stick around to watch Dan Natterman, of course.
Well, it is. I remember one time.
Bobby, good to see you here.
He goes, Bobby, what are you doing tomorrow night? I go, wiping the spit off my face from talking to you tonight.
How did Dov Davidoff come in here, by the way, and not promote that? He seems to be a pretty major character in the newest Law and Order Organized Crime with Stabler.
That's true.
Detective Stabler
I'll tell you why.
Doesn't care.
He owns a fucking, multiple buildings in the Lower East Side.
Doesn't matter. Good actor. Dov's a good actor.
He's a great actor. And he's got
a really good actor. Did you watch the new Criminal Intent?
I gave
Peacock
up on,
exclusive.
I gave up on Stabler. Fuck him.
First of all, never say that. You don't give up on Stabler. You can give up on Chris Maloney. He seems like a jag. But you don't give up on Detective Stabler. And because they made it a Peacock original, first ever Law and Order this got right away. I knew they didn't even curse much, maybe twice. But the first one was right away. It's like, are you guys going to be a fucking idiot all day? And you're like, did you hear it right away? You're like, ooh, they're going to use it.
Get you excited when you hear a swear.
A Dick Wolf show.
Yeah, a Dick Wolf show getting swears.
We should try to do that on this show where we only swear occasionally. And then when we do it, we go, oh, sorry.
Every time someone tries to do that, it never works. Corey Holcomb just tried to do that. He said, let's do a clean show. And then they did one where they tried to be clean. And then he came back the next week and he was like, well, it didn't really change the viewership at all. So fuck that shit. He just came right back to cursing. Who cares?
Shit.
Well, but yeah, what a weekend.
It was a good weekend. I realized a couple things.
Hmm?
That you are just a gay theater fag.
Totally.
And I
never did theater, but
you and Christine and the crew, and I didn't realize it till the last night when you came and dragged me on stage
by your hand,
by my hand, by your mitten,
by my mittened hand,
on stage to sing the last song of.
That was Bohemian Rhapsody the last night.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
I made you come up to second the last night too, but that was just one.
That was one. This was the last. This when you found me because I was like, I'm not going. I went and hid.
Well, what was funny was Christine, who acts like she doesn't want to come on stage the first night. The second night, I look over at her and I go, get Bobby. And she goes, okay, and just comes on stage herself. I said, no, I mean, yes, you're here now. But Bobby, where's Bobby? And she goes, he won't come. He's behind the stairs. So I went and got him.
Do you know why I didn't want to go?
Because a million reasons.
Yeah. What's the name? What's the main reason?
Josh.
No, I'm not gay.
Oh, you're not gay.
Josh is the second and the third reason. Well, I'm on. Here's
It's Josh's moment, though. You got to say, it's Josh's moment. It is every year I reach over and say it to somebody. I go, one more year of friendship this guy just got. He kills it. Son of a bitch kills it up there.
Buddy, I was up there and I'm like, I don't want to go, and you drag me up there, and I'm like, fuck, and then you get up there and all
And
of
you
a sudden,
couldn't bail. I knew if I got you in front of people,
yeah,
you couldn't bail, because when I started getting Bobby, and he's still pulling away at the steps. People are going, Bobby, oh shit, Bobby, and they're like, well, you can't be a douche now, dude. You got to go up.
Well, you know, I love when they go Bobo.
Bobo. By the way, we sang
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody, and then, which was so long and epic. Josh Adam Myers is phenomenal at the goddamn Comedy Jam. He brings it right, but I will say this. Pacing. He's got to learn pacing of the songs and what's going on. He gives me an unnecessary respect that he has me close every one.
Yeah.
And the problem is, I'm doing like Nickelback, How You Remind Me, after someone just did, what were the two that were Chris Porter did Had a Little Help from My Friend with, I mean, he lives it. Chris Porter should be a musician.
Yeah. And
As much as a comic. I mean, he goes. Next night, I go up after, that night, it was Had a Little Help from My Friend. He kills it. Epic, long. Jeremiah Watkins was next. He goes, shit, man, I got to follow that. He goes, I'm doing Linkin Park in the end. Like, how silly is this? But then, Josh and Jeremiah, who have great chemistry with that kind of stuff on stage, turned it in at the end to a lights up on the phones ballad. Just overdoing, like, I tried so hard, and everyone's doing it along. And then he brings me up to sing Low by Cracker.
Well, somewhere in there, Neil Patrick Harris was also crowd
Also Neil Patrick Harris crowd
Well, the
surfed.
crowd chanted Doogie.
That's pretty cool.
While the crowd
don't
chanted
forget
Doogie.
that there's a point where Josh disappears and just appears on a bar at the end of the thing, screaming, and I don't know how he got a light on him.
You love that, though.
You got there's a light on him, and it's like, how did that fucking? This guy is just magic. He's just gone, and then he's over on a bar. Let me tell you something. It is the gayest thing. That fucking thing is the gayest thing. I mean, it is a bunch of theater fucking queers on stage, and the end is just everybody on that is just I wanted to be a star theater queer. And then when you get up there, you can't help but have that come out of you, because there was a point where at the end I'm holding Christine, and then somebody else's hand held my hand, and I don't know who it was, but I didn't care because I was
matter.
a theater queer, and I was like, we're family, and I was just like, we just started singing Queen, and then the crowd is looking at me, and these hot chicks are staring at me with passion, and these fat men who just have so much
You're a
passion
god.
in their
They think you're a god right now.
It is consuming.
Yeah.
When you get up there, but to watch it off, I was like, this is the gayest thing I've ever been a part of.
The last night, that was so funny. It is the gayest thing you've ever been part of.
It is 100%. It goes against everything as stand-ups.
Yep.
We're supposed to go up and go. We're supposed to make fun of just sissies that do this,
And not
right?
that, who also give their
passion.
on stage for singing and moving. But again,
Yeah, but-
visually watching, it's awesome. We just went to the Deftones. The
Yeah.
lead singer's captivating for that reason.
Josh, when he's up there
Mm-hmm.
in his sweaty one piece,
Captivating.
it's when he disappeared and then appeared on a bar with a light under him. I don't know how do you get a light under you? I don't
Who
know.
knows?
I don't know. Does he travel in his pants with lights?
He has underlighting,
He has underlighting, and he's just hunched over like a little chimp.
and it looks awesome.
I was like, wow, it's fucking wow. I literally went, wow. It's
He's doing the thing.
You're literally fighting everything as a man with testosterone now. Thank you, thank you, Game Day.
Thank you, Doctor.
And thank you, Game Day in Stanford. Yeah, dude. But then it's like, this is gay. And when you came and got me, I was pulling away from you, like, dude, I don't want to be part of this. Every inch that you pulled me, I at one point almost went, hey man, enough.
Yeah, you did not want to come.
And then when I got up there, and I was holding 4 hands.
Mama. I looked over
Mama.
Bobby. He's going, Mama. Ooh. But I'll tell you,
when I went, I don't want to cry. I almost cried.
that night.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. I got emotional. I was like, I don't want to cry. And I looked at you, and you were just smiling at me because you got me to be gay.
I did. But it was also, that was a night of I was starting to feel pretty shitty that night. So it was funny, the boundaries I just set for Josh in real time were pretty funny because, you know, we'll always do the thing, before we sing the song, we'll fuck around with the audience and do the Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zero song with hunky dunky doo 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 beep a doo 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 doo. And we were waiting. I got up there. And part of the bit almost is to go up there and Josh, what the fuck, dude? 2 more epic songs before you bring me up to do goddamn Toto Africa. I'm like, this sucks. And he's like, well, he goes, well, before we do that though, we should. And I see him start turning around to tell the band, like, start playing Home. He starts going. He goes like, Home. Home, that's the name of the song, Home. And then as he's turning towards me, I just look at him, I go, off microphone, I just go, Josh, dude, I'm dying. I go, let's not. I go, let's just do the song. Let's just do Africa, please.
Yeah.
So then we do Africa. And then I brought Bobby up for the finale, Bohemian Rhapsody, which is an 8-minute song.
Yeah, it's 8 minutes.
At least.
Pure queerness.
Of pure queerness. And then Josh makes all the announcements, all the intros, everybody, Robert Kelly and Christine even, he's going. And then I see him going around, he goes, he's going to the band. He's like, one more. He goes, what's up, 4 Non-Blondes? What's up, 4 Non-Blondes? And they started that guitar riff, and I grabbed Bobby by the hand again, and we walked off stage together. I was like, I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah, I was very happy.
My body is shutting off.
Yeah, I did not want to do that. I was. Here's the thing, though. I've never. This is so weird, man. Because I'm off stage watching you guys sing this horse shit, and I'm like, I'm like, well, ugh. I'm literally looking at how the Sklar brothers are just like, yeah.
They have such fun.
Oh my God, what would they do without it? Almost, what would they do without it?
I don't know, but I love them.
I know. They're up there in their fucking little shirts and their
Just
little
2 Jewish guys bringing the heat.
And then Jeremiah. I mean, everybody. Some girl, some alt comic girl. I have no idea who she is. I'm sure she sells out everywhere.
Sure.
Is just up there screaming into the microphone, and then when you get up there, you look out. It is pure joy on that audience. I've never seen an audience have that much fucking gay fun.
And the festival was strange this year.
Yeah.
The festival was strange this year. So I will say on the last night was probably the Jam's smallest crowd. It was like half room, all smushed forward. But there are people that are there. Dude, they are fucking in, man. They make you feel like you're at a concert.
The
feel good.
the whole time, everybody in that crowd is having. It's the best time of their life.
Same 10 people up front every night. My favorite girl, who I pointed out the first night, then she came to the special premiere and then said she wasn't going to make it to the Jam. And I was like, oh, we need you there. You're the best person. And she ended up coming. But she was my favorite because I pointed this out on stage. She was my favorite thing to watch through the show. She sang along with every single song. But differently than Josh, she doesn't know the words to all the songs at all. But instead of doing what Josh does, which is skadoodles through those parts, you know what I mean? He'll be like, today is a great scab-a-booba-down. That's what he'll do?
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I don't mind what this girl was doing either, but it was more funny. Her mouth would be the words that she would move to when it was the words, and she just moved her mouth for every other part of the song. She was, you know what I mean? Like whenever the song was going, even if she doesn't know the words, she was just like, I mean, but not just like a puppet, like opening her mouth to the beats, like F lips, you know what I mean? Where she's gonna and a word didn't have an F in it. It was so fun to watch her just go, and I was like, God, but she was having the greatest time of her life.
That bit didn't play on radio too well, but listen, the thing is,
it was like a kung fu movie.
Buddy, it's so fucked up. It's so weird. At the end of it, though, when we all go outside, you feel like you did something.
Oh yeah.
It's such a weird feeling.
It's an emotional dump.
You feel like you're a part of something because we all come out and like, hey man, like the Sklar brothers are like breathing heavy and they're patting you. You did it, bro. You did it. It's like
Ian Finance performed
in a dress
and then collapsed on the stairs for 20 minutes. He put so much into it.
Well, I didn't know he was in a dress until he pulled his dress up and then started backing his cock up into me.
Oh,
like we were in prison
nice.
while we were singing, which actually did something.
You didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it.
No.
Yeah, he was in a dress. It's like, all right, how much attention do you need, dude? I mean, you have a mustache.
Got a mustache.
You have a mustache, and you look like Larry from the Three Stooges.
He does have a strange look. God damn, that guy gets laid.
God damn, he does by all people, which is unfair.
I've never seen the guys, but I don't know if I've seen a not quality girl once when it's like, oh, that girl's like around here with Ian. You're like, holy shit, dude.
But you do know she's with Ian because she has some weird fucking pizza tattoo on her neck, like a teapot on her fucking side of her cheek.
Maybe.
Yeah, there he is, right there. Ian's fun.
Oh, he's great.
Ian's
great
fun.
hang.
Yeah, he's really fun. But it is this whole thing is the group of comics that are part of the Comedy Jam. That's their thing.
Oh yeah.
Like, I am not part of the Comedy Jam. You bring me into it. You're my ticket in.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I'm standing there, they kind of look at me like, "What are you doing here?" You know what I mean? Like, why are you here? You're not
Bobby
You're
Kelly?
not why you don't?
What they don't know is you have the voice of an angel.
Well, they don't know that I'm half queer too inside.
Half queer. You're the only person I know hits them journey notes.
Yeah, but Josh came up to me the first night and he goes, "Come on up. I want to reintroduce you." I went, "No." He went, "No, I'm gonna." I go, "No, it's not happening. You had your shot. Goodbye. I'm not going up." I told him, I go, "It's gay."
God damn it.
But the last night,
Chris Porter went up the last night, and he was killing time because they were tuning the acoustic guitar. He's going to do "You Can't Always Get What You Want," right? By the Stones. And Joel, the guitar player, is tuning up the acoustic guitar, getting ready for the song. And you're like, oh, all right. And then right before they start the song, he goes, "All right, guys, we ready?" Joel hands the acoustic guitar. He was tuning it for Chris, who then Joel went back on electric guitar. And Chris, "I saw her today at the reception." You're like, oh, fuck this guy, dude. He's so talented.
he's really talented. That's why Bob's friends with him.
Kid Rock. We don't get to call him Bob.
Sorry, yeah. He calls him.
I think we shouldn't be allowed to call him
I'll
Bob.
tell you what, the drummer is, if they took Animal and fucking made him a human,
Yeah. Yeah. No shit.
I swear to God, that if you got Animal and actually made him a human in the live version of the Muppets, he would play him. Because if you look at him at any time, his eyes are bugging and his tongue's out and he's jamming.
What's so funny about it's Nick Libertor, who's an unbelievable drum player. Also jacked. Also looks so cool. Wears the Apple hat that looks so badass when he plays. Underneath that Apple hat, bald.
Yeah, thank God he wears it. Yeah,
That's the big surprise. That's the big reveal. Bald.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Beautiful side hair. We would call that
Amazing side hair.
Side hair, amazing. Top hair, not so much.
Non-existent. I don't think. I've never seen it in person.
Yeah.
But as always wears the hat. He's so cool looking.
I would love to flip that off with a stick during the Comedy Jam. Just to see his panic.
You're like, "Nick, let me wear your hat." He's gonna be like, "No." While he's playing drums, he goes, "No, it means too much. Come on, man, give me the hat for a second. Sorry, man, it's the one thing I can't do."
Buddy, it's Bobby pinned to my side hair, bro. I can't get it off. It doesn't come off.
What a band, though, in general. I mean, those guys.
It's a crazy
tight
thing.
band, man. They're so talented.
They really do. It is a fun night, but it is just theater. It's a bunch of theater queers hanging out, having a great time.
Also, Josh has 40 to open, which is crazy.
Dude, it's his thing.
I know.
He is in control. He takes full control of every second of that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's moments where he jumped into the crowd and he goes, stop, I want to do it again. And he told them how he wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, get together. And he just orders them around like little soldiers.
Yeah.
That crowd is his army.
More than anything, he likes band leading. Yeah. Almost more than the singing. He likes going around and just like kind of pointing at them and speed it up. Let's bring it down. He likes changing the pace a bunch.
Yeah, man. He loves, that's where he has his control. But I'll tell you what, he really likes, it's so funny. Because I'm an insider looking at it from an outsider, right? Mm-hmm. Because, like even breakfast, he loves tradition. He likes it's almost like his.
He likes tradition. He does.
He likes
like
mommy and daddy little tradition birthday breakfast. Is his.
He likes the tradition of the breakfast. He likes tradition of
that breakfast.
Going in L.A., we got to hit Cantor's for the cookies.
You got to hit the cookie thing.
Dan Tanis.
Yeah, Dan Tanis is our thing. You know, when it was supposed to be our thing, but it was his thing. It's our thing too.
It's supposed to be me and Christine's thing.
Yeah,
That was our thing.
yeah, it was your thing that became, you know, mommy and daddy used
Now
to
it's
take
me and
here.
Josh's thing.
Apparently
Now-
everybody's tummy timing around with my boyfriend too.
Well, it's funny because we got the breakfast and I was like, I don't know what to get, and he goes, we get the Mesa. Like, what are you crazy?
Oh, Migas.
You get Miga. We all get.
It's the thing.
We get the Miga, and I was like,
And I feel like
don't
you
want
got
it.
you got Huevos Rancheros,
Yes,
and
I
I
did.
watched this out of pure spite to Josh.
I'm gonna tell you
The
something.
Migas are the thing. You didn't want to be part of it.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, and it's not gonna be popular. That fucking place stinks.
No.
I'm gonna tell you right now. That's
Bobby,
slop.
you
Christine, let me just say it, and then you can attack me for it.
I'm willing to hear this. I understand what you're saying.
It
you
is
did.
fucking garbage. It is slop on a plate. I got better food in Juvie Hall in Rochester, New York. It comes out. First of all, there's no levels to it. It's one slop level. It's almost like they just. The egg is in some type of stuff. Then the beans are there, and then there's something else there. It's all one level. There's no a breakfast. There should be a mountain of this, and then a little hill of that, and a little pasture of this. This is one flat
Why do you
plate.
refer to your food as land
because
types?
I like texture, man.
Yeah.
I like
I
texture.
want a mountain of mashed potatoes and a
Food is visual to me, and visually,
an expansive plain of toast.
I know what you did. You finished your food before the tortillas got there, and the tortillas are like part of the whole thing of the huevos.
Okay.
It's like a
You
huge
went to
part
go
of the
dump.
dish.
you know what? All right, maybe. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe it did leave before the. So you're supposed to take the food and stick it in the tortilla. So it's basically taco breakfast.
Yes.
Yeah, Mexican breakfast.
All right, well, don't say it. Don't say it like a racist.
But we also had
That's how
we had-
Mexicans eat.
We had biscuits and squirt butter. We had chips and salsa. We
Squirt
had
butter.
queso.
All right, the squirt butter can go fuck. I mean, I'm
Come
sorry.
on, come on.
Listen,
You don't mean that.
I'm gonna say this. How do you have? I like my butter to be butter and then
Right.
smear it and
It's
then
butter.
it melts.
It is butter.
But it's in a mustard container
Yeah.
and you squirt it.
Oh God, it's so good.
I'm just saying the breakfast is not. It's not the best.
This
breakfast.
doesn't hurt me. This doesn't hurt me one iota because I also sort of said the same thing a while ago, and I do still go. I like it, but I go arbitrarily. But just so you know,
arbitrarily.
that is the feelings you're going to hurt for that one.
Yeah.
Dan Soder.
Yeah, because he has the taste buds of a fucking 3-year-old.
So
and
when
he
you go-
can't smell.
You're not wrong. When you go on there,
He
that is
doesn't-
true.
Guys, we gotta go.
Dead on.
I gotta,
That's
guys,
good.
Hang on, I'm
guys, I found this new place I went to. It's called Brazos,
What's it called?
Huevos
Dan?
rancheros.
Brazos Rancheros Amigas.
Dude, he eats like a child. And he,
does.
went
He does
there
eat
one
like a
time,
child. It's true.
and then it became a thing. And then stupid Josh, guys, every time we go, that's my mommy and daddy take me to the place, and I get my miga. I look forward to my migas. It's the thing that gets me from point A to. I can make it from Moon Tower to Just for Laughs if we have migas, and then we go to Expectations, which is our other thing, and then we make it over to L.A. where I get my Dan Tanners, and then we make it back over to here. Those are my goals in life.
He likes tradition.
He loves a fucking tradition. It's almost like his little birthday. Like he got mad at me when I said, "I'm not getting Amiga. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go another route." And then you said, "No, Rebecca. No, you said."
It's Christine. Christine gets Huevos Rancheros.
And I was like, "I'm getting that. Sounds good." And then it came, and I was like, "Ugh."
Should have gotten the Migas, dude.
You should have just gotten a cheese omelet with a side of bacon.
Yeah, I should
They
have.
do have that.
Hey, if anybody's wondering why I'm flop sweating, just because you know I will be shitting fluid again very shortly.
We should tell people that
I won't
Jay
do it here.
should.
I won't do it in this room. I promise.
He should have not. Jay should not be here right now.
I should not be here today,
He should not be here right now.
and I certainly should be going to Skanks after.
You should not. You should be home right now, taking care of your belly, and you're not. And maybe if you hear his voice is not as deep and delicious as
I've
it
lost
usually
my
is.
timber.
You lost. You did. You got shit timber. Jay.
It's a week, sad, still hasn't slept.
Yeah.
I'll walk you to our spot.
Oh, buddy, there's no reason to go into the quiet place right now. It's just going to be. I'm just going to remember, like we discussed. It's going to be like that mustard thing of butter. It's going to just.
I just ruined it for Christine now.
That needs to come out.
Poor Christine. I woke up in the middle of the night I felt like this yesterday. It was happening yesterday. I was falling to pieces with insane diarrhea. And then this morning, poor Christine. This gets her. Me and Christine fight a lot because of her wacky way she decides to handle her period from this fucking dinosaur times.
Christine, you still get your period?
Yeah, is that cool?
Yeah, I would love for Donna fucking pussy to
Her
bleed.
cup.
Yeah, her cup. And when she empties that cup, it's a problem.
I hate it.
And it gets underneath the rim, and it gets blah, blah, blah. It sucks. And we've had many, many a fight about it, but I have to give her 2 periods worth of fucking that up. Because, although I shouldn't say that, because I end up cleaning her shit, her period thing.
I'm
a
gonna throw
bunch.
up, dude.
You should. It's disgusting, and I try to tell her that. But
Did she drink it? Why does it spill?
I don't understand how
the
you
new
can't pour it
Toto.
right into the water. I don't understand that.
Your new Toto also.
My new Toto, which I'll tell you what, let me tell you where the Toto can't clean. Underneath the toilet seat. I don't even know what happened, but my middle of the night, I woke up and my stomach was starting to rumble. But I was like, with having to go to the bathroom, but I was like, why does my butt cheeks feel wet? And then I reached down the back of my pants and saw that it was wet. It wasn't even brown or anything on my hand. This is just fluid. And my thumb or whatever just slightly touched wet, and then I jumped out of bed, went in the bathroom, pulled down my shorts.
You start screaming like the Godfather, like it was a horse. And
It looked like my water broke. It didn't look like I took a shit. It looked like my water fucking broke. And then I went to the bathroom for a while. Then I slept downstairs. I slept outside for a little bit.
you went outside like a
this
dog.
morning.
Jesus.
But I slept outside for a little bit, and then one of the times I ran back inside and said to Christina, I was like, up and back in again, and I run upstairs to our bathroom, and after I go to the bathroom again, when I'm washing my hands for the 7 bazillionth time.
You don't have your gloves on, do you?
No.
Okay.
For the 7th bazillion time I'm washing my hands, I look back at the toilet and I start seeing like under the rim a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I got to do that myself with the brush. Then I lifted up the toilet seat to do that, and I mean, decorated all underneath the seat. Something that you couldn't clean without doing it by yourself. I think there's a cleaning thing, like a self-cleaning mode on the bidet. I don't know what button it is, but like this wouldn't have helped that at all. So then it took me about a good 15 minutes to get all that cleaned up to suffice. And then I went downstairs and said to Christine, I was like, I'm so happy that you didn't see what's going on in our bathroom, what I did. I was like, because it was horrifically awful. I was under the seat and all over. But she goes, I saw it. I was like, how long ago? She goes, how long ago? She goes, early this morning. I go, why didn't you say something to me? She goes, you were sleeping. I don't know, what am I going to wake you up and go, hey, clean all your shit off the toilet? And I was like, I would have done that to you.
You would have, 100%.
No, I wouldn't have. I don't even do it with her period blood half the time.
Oh God, why do you
Not
do
even
the
the
cup?
Japanese could have prepared for that.
Even the Japanese can prepare. It's
the worst.
brutal.
Are you sure you don't have like? Because I had the norovirus.
Yeah, it's like that's only like a day, right?
It was a day of. Well, no, mine was 3 days.
Yeah,
Mine was 1 bad day,
yeah.
and then 2. I got it. I don't have it. I got it because I was on my way here, and I was like, I got to go back because I was.
Yeah, I
I
remember
zipped
that.
in my pants on the way down.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I'm at.
Yeah, dude.
But it's special day.
So you felt like you had to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, your special's out right now on YouTube. The part 2.
How we do? We're over 200,000 views.
Yep.
Crazy.
Nice.
That's awesome, dude.
All right.
I mean, the
thank you,
trailer
everybody.
for the special is really good. It's really
There was
good.
2 they made. They made the other one. They made the Easter one.
Yeah.
But then they have the one with the Madonna.
I like that one.
With the Madonna.
The Madonna one was great. I didn't see the Easter one. The Madonna one was
Can
awesome.
we play the Madonna one? That's what I want to play tonight on Skanks.
So good.
Oh my
I'll
God.
send it to them.
Really good.
Why am I sweating? I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here.
I know, buddy. I'm sorry.
Do you think it makes me sweat just clenching my asshole so fluid doesn't fall out of it?
You're using
Last time I went to the bathroom, it was like a couple teardrops came out because I think I'm out of stuff.
Yeah.
There's nothing in me.
Yeah, you'll get more though as you swallow.
Oh.
Then it's gonna sound like a middle-aged woman taking a piss.
Is this the whole trailer?
You need a week off. Full
Not
week.
wrong. ain't
Jacob's trying to
happening.
get to Florida. you,
Well,
Jay,
no,
Jay,
when I
you
say-
You can
need.
use a week off when my mother's birthday comes up.
Yeah, dude, you can use a week off.
Well, I meant on the road because Lord knows the Monday through Wednesday job he wouldn't take off. I meant the road.
No, he won't.
the road's strangely much more difficult to take off of. Ticket holders, and that's what Christine kept going. She kept saying,
She called them ticket holders?
yeah. She goes, "You're sick." She goes, "Magically, why don't you tell them you're sick?" This is before I was sick. She wished it on me. She goes, "You're going too hard." She's like, "Just tell Tulsa, like, you happen to be sick next week, and you have to be sick." And I was like, that's fucked. You can't do that. It's too close to the time.
No, we can't.
Without like a death in the family or something.
I do think you're gonna like a week at his house. The first week he's just home. That's gonna be
and that's gonna be
something else.
End of June.
Dude, you gotta stop. You can't. You're not gonna make June.
Well, I'm not home a weekend until the end of May and the next month.
It's a lot.
And that will be how many in a row? 16, 17?
Yeah.
17.
17 in a row.
I'm leaving Thursday. I'm here all week, and then Thursday I get up, crack a fuck again. I'm getting to the point where.
And you're an older gentleman.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, okay. Well, you can put that in there.
You're in your twilight years.
Yeah, you can throw that. You can throw that into my head. I mean, you know what bugs me about you? Can I tell you what bugs me about you?
That I'm not much younger than you.
No, that's not. No, that's not. That dude. This is what a. It's so wild how much that group of theater queers follow you, because we're even at breakfast. We having this breakfast, and it's you gotta go to what's it called again? Cisco's. We go to and we're all this group of people going to Cisco's, and we go there and we eat this breakfast that's, I mean, dare I say, mediocre.
Okay.
And then we have it, and you got to try the butter, and you got to do this, and you got to do that, and I'm doing all this stuff, and I'm like, all right. But then this is why I literally went out and I got the bill.
Yeah.
Not just the bill, all of it. The
All
tip,
of it.
everything. I took his
Thunder.
I took his kingdom. I took Jay's kingdom away.
And he, by the way, it was done before you think it was done out of niceness, which it was very nice.
It was very nice.
It was done out of pure spite. He went up, when he came back, and then I tried. He saw me do the thing I'm going to try to do. I go to Christine. I go, if you're going to the bathroom, I go, take my card and go.
Yeah.
Pay it up there.
And this is the look when I saw him doing that. He looked over at me. I was like this.
And then the waiter goes, it's already been taken care of. And I went, already. I look over at Bobby looking at me like this, and I was like, oh, come on, Bobby. He goes, and the tip. There's nothing you have to do at all.
And this is what magic is around this gloved fucking king. They still thanked him. Hey, thanks, Jay. No, Bobby took care of it. I know, but you brought Bobby. So
they were like, smart move for inviting Bobby.
Yeah, yeah. I still, not one even Josh, the biscuit eating fucking, all the cheese, everything. Try the butter.
You had a great time at
not
Bingo
even
because you
not
got
even
to
one
see,
thing.
You wanted to see the favorite things when Kurt Metzger inevitably completely discounts and ignores and treats like shit someone who's my friend that he doesn't know very well, which was Josh in that one.
Yeah.
When you remember Josh when he was like, when he started getting up, Kurt went to get up to come over to me.
Yeah.
And Josh was like, I think Josh was like, where you going? And he was like, he's like, I'm going over to show my friend Jay something because we have this human fucking mascot between us. And he called Josh a human mascot.
Well, you got to describe Josh. Josh is wearing pink hair. He's wearing
all pink hair, completely pink hair, and a tank top, or like a football jersey, or no, a basketball jersey.
Yeah, he looks like a punk rock chimp.
It is disturbing how much Josh's body looks like a shaved chimp. Yeah. I thought that was crazy because I've seen Josh with his shirt off plenty, and he's in great shape. But it looks like a shaved chimp.
Oh,
yes.
it's not human shape. It's chimp shape. That's how in shape he is. Yeah. It's his
He's
strength.
going on to primate.
Yeah, he's primate shape, and he's got pink hair. But
somebody's got to put Josh's face on some of these fucking pictures of the shaved apes.
Dude. That's him right there, dude. That's his ball sack and everything.
That's Josh up on the bar singing.
Yeah, that's him exactly, dude. You got to put his head on with pink hair. But yeah, that is kind of mean though. Kurt is. That's mean to say. Didn't Josh get mad at that too?
No, Kurt thought he did. Josh didn't get mad at that.
Oh, he didn't? All right, good. Well, I didn't even get a thank you. Not one fucking person was like, hey, Bob, thanks.
Is that true?
Except, not one. Not one person except for Jay. Jay, I believe Christine and Jay were like, thanks. No one else.
It wasn't, and it would never be, oh, thanks. I was like, Bobby. I was like, I would have taken it. I was like, thank you, buddy.
Yeah, of course.
A real thank you.
I mean, but these assholes pay for
who
everything.
was there?
Everywhere you go, they're like, I was pack of gum. He's like, I got it. I'm like, I don't want you to pay for my gum.
Ian Finance.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yep.
Not a
Rebecca.
Ian finds Rebecca,
I invited Ian.
Josh.
I was like, Ian, come. He's like, thanks, man, for inviting me. But somebody still thanked you at the end. Thanks for inviting me, Jay.
Nobody
Kurt
knew you
Metzger?
paid. You like did it
You kept it
behind
very
everyone's
quiet.
back, and
You should have been a little
nobody
more.
knew.
You should put more fanfare behind it.
Yeah, you wait for the check, you give your card, and everybody's like, "Oh, Bob, you didn't have to do that. You snuck off and just told us."
But the reason why nobody said anything because they're so used to you taking care of it, they weren't paying anyways.
I do have about your friends that do expect I'll pay.
Buddy,
for it.
let me tell you
I
something.
really do.
Josh, 100% didn't bring his wallet or a penny.
It's a crime. It's a crime only that Josh Adam Myers particularly hasn't at least blown me or offered to be like, hey man, if you ever want, I will suck you off. You've paid for a lot of stuff.
I'm telling you, Josh goes to these festivals without his wallet.
It's possible.
He just shows it. Nah, Jay's gonna take me to this place and that place and breakfast, and then I have coffee. I'm good.
He does try to plan a lot of dinners with me because he knows I'm going to pay for it. I never even ever thought that. He's like, you know where else we should go? We should go somewhere else now.
Are you hungry? Because I'm hungry, dude. It's so funny to me that I was expecting everybody to go, oh, Jay didn't pay Bobby. Good for you. Not one person was like, and I was waiting for it. I was waiting for the, hey man, thanks Bobby. Not one. Not to this day.
I could break your heart, by the way, Jacob, and I'm sorry to, even though Bobby did find a very cool one. But the selection overall, you have to be Allen's boots. I think they're going to pieces or something.
It's too expensive, dude.
I don't know. They had no shirts that were anything like good at all. They used to have like a pretty big selection. And I was like, oh, I've lost some weight, so let me go get a couple of cool country western shirts. There was not. Bobby got the coolest one that they had available.
It was badass. It was like a
It's
chief.
a skull
with
Indian.
The chief headdress.
Yeah.
Skull Indian chief. So they had the two chief skeletons with the headdress on the tits and on the back. It's pretty badass.
It's dope.
Pretty dope.
It's a dope shirt.
Pretty dope.
But everything else there was garbage.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Their hat selections down, the whole thing.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, the mothership though. I mean, I sold it out all weekend, but sell out. Pretty much sell out. I just want to thank. What? I just want to thank. I think it's been sold out for months once they heard I was there. It is such a fun club, man.
Sure.
The green room there is real.
I'll tell you what, though, and you make sure, in Joe Rogan style, though, you make sure you get your steps in because there's from green room to stage, I think it's 4 flights and around a corner and back up a big flight.
It's 4 flights underneath the whole club and then up a big flight.
Up a big flight.
And I almost didn't make it. Tim Dillon stopped by Saturday night, first show. And I thought he was doing 15. He did 11 and a half. So I was down. It was funny because they were in I'm walking by, there's a room in between, right in between when you come downstairs and walk, right in the middle of the downstairs you have to get to, there's a room with all the cameras.
Yep.
And I kept walking by it, and there's just a crowd of people in there laughing. And I thought they were watching Tim Dillon or something at this point. They were just watching drunk women on the cameras.
Yeah. Oh, really?
They're just watching the people that are fucked up or the people out front. And there was this lady so fucked up. She was just standing in the hallway. She kept dropping her tampons and just trying to pick them up and put them back in this little mini purse. And she kept slipping and missing, and these tampons kept falling. It was one of the funniest things ever. And then they were like, all right, she's got to go. And they just went and kicked her out.
And that's plenty.
Great club, man. No phones, no check spot. I mean, easy peasy. So good. And everybody came up, was it on Friday night? Everybody was there. Mm-hmm. Tony came by.
Hinchcliffe.
He was great. Tim Dillon came by. Shane was going to stop by Saturday, didn't. But it was a lot of
Shane stayed away from the city this week.
A lot of fun, man.
Downtown
a lot of fun.
Austin.
Yeah, but that was great. I met you every night. We
over at Gay Fest.
Over at the Gay Theater, the Gay Theater Club.
Bobby, where you at? I'm behind Antone's. The only thing missing is you.
It's so funny because when I show up, Dave Rath and the Scholar, why is he here? He doesn't dance and sing.
But Dave, you got to give him a chance. One singular sensation, every little step she takes.
Did you go to Cooper's?
By the way, Cooper's, for the record, everyone's saying like it actually just sucks that it's just the place that was very convenient for us.
It is convenient, but I think it's good. Well,
I
I
thought it
never
was
get
fun.
barbecue because I wouldn't.
I've never thought it was a problem at all, Cooper's, but everyone, whenever you say Cooper's, people go, "Oh, you got to go to."
You can
blah,
stay
blah,
in line
blah.
at Aaron's for. You literally have to stand in line for 2 hours at some of these places.
I know,
I
which
have
is
no
ridiculous.
patience for that.
I'm not into that.
I'm a Cooper's guy. Though.
Well, you're like, do you have brisket, lean brisket? Yes. Here's fine.
Yeah.
That's what I think about barbecue.
Dude, I realized how famous and how rich Tim Dillon is. Dude, we were
But how famous? Could I say that about that city before we get into Tim's
sure.
particularly? What the culture that Rogan has brought to that block, or not that block, but like that main thoroughfare, the 6th Street.
Yeah.
It's the most famous you'll feel in the world.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world. You can't go. Christina, at one point, we went on the 6th. I was like, I didn't want to go at first. And she didn't get why exactly right away. And I was like, it's not. This is like going out front of a show.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy you get the people that are like, hey, $5 drinks and $10 shots for Big J, man. Like they're just, and you're
It's
like,
weird.
hey. And then it's everywhere you walk, and then you end up talking to someone and realize that you're about to step into another pile of human shit. What is happening in fucking Austin? Tim Dillon talking about how much he hates it makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
It's a terrible place. Why did Rogan tell everyone to move here? It's terrible.
I was walking by a guy lying in the street with black slack pants, black dress shoes, and then a red turtleneck pulled up over his face.
Okay,
That was a homeless kid.
that was it.
And I was like, or he was going to do Kill Tony on Monday. Either or. But
When
To me,
Lewis
this-
and I. So go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, the scariest part was during the day. I walked over from the Thompson to Rebecca's to the creek, which is really like a 5-block walk. It's
creepy.
And it's just you and then a bunch of like mentally ill addicts on the street. There's
Yeah.
nobody else out,
At
and you
peak
feel
crazy.
totally outnumbered. And it's actually terrifying at like 11 o'clock in the morning.
well, because that
Yes.
methadone or whatever the clinic is right over there.
Yeah, the church. It's right
Methadone
there.
and the church.
Yeah.
And they all, I think church gives them food, but you'd think they'd be in line like, this is great. We get our morning food. They're not cool about it. They're there fighting with each other still and screaming and being
Yeah.
nuts and everything. Somehow between their nuts, they realize that's the place to go get food. But they're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go punch an imaginary person in front of there and get some food.
It's nuts.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to ride my mythical dragon over to there and get some food because the church does have food. That's real.
And it's funny because at night, it's like these girls are wearing clothes that don't fit.
Oh.
And just their assholes are
If you're looking
hanging
for
out.
the best city for that, I said a late night walk back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Find the girl crying sitting on the sidewalk because her pussy is out.
Yeah.
It's just sitting out.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of fat Spanish girls wearing doll clothes.
And they're either fighting
Yeah.
or fucking screaming. Like it's
So
insane.
weird.
Does Bobby know about Deb Chuck?
My
you told me
imaginary
about
friend.
that. I would love for you to tell the crew about Deb Chuck because Deb Chuck is one of. I think it should be a new animated
I wish I knew if
series.
Deb Chuck liked me or not. I couldn't tell. She
I
wasn't-
want somebody to make a Deb Chuck doll.
They should.
That can be in studio.
They should make my imagine. There was a girl on one of the the crowd work shows that I did. I did 2 What's Your Fucking Deals with other people bringing them on, and I did 2 just full 45 minutes of me crowd work. And one of them, when I was talking, in the middle of talking to some lady, a person just walked right in front of her to go to the bathroom, and it was I feel bad because it's like a fan, but like she was cute. But it was
She
like,
was cute.
She was
It was
cute.
just hilarious.
It was just what she was wearing. She's like a Mexican girl wearing like cut off shorts. I think from what I remember, a lot of tats, kind of like a shirt with her titties flopping around, and 2 pigtails.
High
and, like,
pigtails. They were
high
here.
pigtails, and they walked by, and I was talking to somebody else, and as soon as she walked by, in the middle of my sentence, I go, "Wait a second." I go, "Is that my imaginary friend?" I go, "That's what I think my imaginary friend would look like." I go, "Is that Deb Chuck?" And I just thought of 2 words. Fun. I'm like, "It's Deb Chuck." I go, "That's what my imaginary friend would look like. Like a girl looks like she's gonna take a shit while she sucks a titty for you."
She also, the way she went right across the front of the stage and she did this little like waddle run as she went. So she just really like
I was
stood
like, "Deb
out.
Chuck."
That's the Deb Chuck dance.
I said, "I keep Deb Chuck." She just jumps in the air and turns into like sprinkles and goes into a White Claw a can that I hold.
Yeah.
It's Deb Chuck. Poor Deb. But she went into the bathroom for a while. Then she came out of the bathroom, and everyone was excited about Deb Chuck again. Made some more Deb Chuck jokes. She went back to her seat. Deb Chuck never said great show, never said hello, never put anything online. Or I wonder if we upset Deb Chuck.
No.
I hope not.
Deb Chuck doesn't get upset. She just goes back to sprinkles.
Yeah, she just turns back to sprinkles.
Yeah,
She'll be fine.
She's there for you when you need her, dude.
She really did look like a girl Jay would conjure up in his brain.
Deb Chuck, suck your tit and take a shit in front of me. I got to think things through.
I was gonna say that about that human shit. I'd never had to experience this. Lewis and I were going to lunch the last time we were in Moon Tower. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
I mean, right. We were going to the outdoor cafe part, and then this smell hit me.
Yeah.
And then there was a pile of shit on the floor, and I'm like, well, how can it smell? I know dog shit. He goes, that's human shit.
Yeah.
But like right in front of the restaurant.
Yeah,
Yep.
Happened with us.
It doesn't care. Jessime Peluso and Christine at different times pointed it out to him a little late, and they both had like pirouette, wacky, like dance to not walk right through human shit.
There was one
Right in
that
front of
was-
the back door of
I
the
saw it,
theater, or in front of the back door of the theater that they did my special premiere in.
Oh, yeah.
Pile of human shit.
In the alley of Antoine's when we were coming up from the mothership.
Bad.
Oh, bad.
I mean,
That's the worst one. That's the real bad
100%
one.
human shit just because the amount of it
Yeah.
and the shape of it.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way a dog did it. Just 100%.
Smaller than a horse, bigger than a dog.
Yeah.
It was person. There's no other thing out there. Maybe it wasn't a jackal or something, but I didn't see any jackals walking around. It was, yeah, that town is, it's the best. Listen to Tim Dillon shit on it is my favorite.
Great.
Because him just talking about the idea that he moved down there. He's like, Rogan talked him into it. And then talked him into it with this idea that it's like, he's like, dude, it's so great. And also apparently the initial plan, which I do remember that.
Yeah.
The initial plan was Rogan was going to take over Cap City.
Yep.
Outskirts. And then when it wasn't that, he was still going to do like, so Tim bought the house he bought before he got rid of it in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Down there for that. If the thing about that city, at my age now particularly, if my weekends when I'm home, I was like, oh, I'm going to do a spot tonight. You have to go into that. At its most chaotic, crazy time, I'm like, that would never be worth it to me. I would never do weekend spots there. I don't want to be.
Well,
It's everything from dangerous to things you don't want to see, hear, fights. That's exciting. But I mean,
But once you're in, here's the thing with the club that he did do great.
the club's unreal.
Once you get into the club, there's so many like tip of the spear, retired.
Oh, I don't even think they're retired. I think these guys are
These-
ready to get
yeah.
into bounty hunting.
Yeah, these guys are like the Navy SEAL, ops dudes that
They have logos tattooed on them
Yeah.
that mean things we'll never understand.
Yeah,
Because and they
have
said,
just an octopus patch on his chest. that you
lot
only
of
get from
clothes.
killing 75 people. You know what I mean?
they have a lot of clubs that have security, and that security guy is usually a pretty cool guy, usually a big guy. If it's not a big guy,
It's diabetes in a fucking belly.
It's more or less-
usually a
it's
guy that
more or
will
less-
fight for 30 seconds.
It's more or less just like an optics thing to
Yeah.
get a guy in there.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's guys, I feel like would fucking take a knife for you in the stomach and keep fighting
Yeah,
and tell you it's like, get out of here. I'll hold them off.
yeah. These
You
guys,
just have to make it there and make it home.
but they're in every. As soon as you
They'll
walk
walk
in,
you, they'll walk you from your place.
Oh,
They'll come walk you from.
Well,
the-
he came. He said, "I will have somebody meet you at the place." I go, "I'm not doing that."
yeah. I
He's like,
didn't
"No,
either.
I go, I can walk from the hotel
A block
to,
and a half.
and then halfway there, I was like, wow, I wish I had somebody walk me because it gets so weird.
Yeah.
And at night, it's like you got to leave the club like this.
Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's make it to Antoine's.
Anxiety walking around there.
Major anxiety.
But in the
walking
club,
around.
you're safe as hell.
Oh,
In the
yeah.
club is great, and I love that all the people that work there, all the waiters, and there are a lot of comics. It's mostly comics. They took that comedy store mentality and
You should
brought it
work
over
here
there.
and then get in.
So the people that are working there are actually stand-up fans, and that's awesome. There's nothing worse than a waitress at a club that doesn't like stand-up, and she's just making money, and she'll come in the front row standing up, yapping loud, and
Yeah.
it
except
just
except for
sucks.
location, and by that I mean the city it's in. Besides that, even the things that I would complain, I would say, oh, maybe it would be better with this. And when it's explained, you're like, no, it's not. Because I was like, really, there's no food? There's no food for sale at all? And it's like, nope, no phones, no food. And you're like,
No
that is
phones, no-
great for comedy.
It's
Like,
perfect.
it is pretty great for comedy.
if
Now,
you're-
as a comic, you're like,
if you're
I
chewing-
wish I had something to eat.
If you're
when
chewing,
there.
you're not laughing. If you're cutting a steak, you're
Sure.
not paying attention.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Food is such a shit thing at a comedy club because that's what it became, a restaurant. It's a restaurant first.
Well,
And
the
you-
stand
Yeah,
is
well,
a restaurant first.
The restaurant first, and the food and the comedy's second, always if there's food. If there's no food, it's great. That's why I love Acme. Is awesome because they have the food outside. You can't. There's no
Yeah.
restaurant when you come in. It's just show.
Yeah.
Which I love.
I like that too.
Yeah, that club is awesome. It is. But Tim Dillon came by, who I love, and he was just
So funny.
sending me. He was just sending me photos of shitty things that he saw on the way into the club.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, this place is great, right?" And it's just some lady lying down with blood on her shin. It's just like what?
Every morning we made plans with Tim, and it was a modern miracle that he would show up the next day because he would tell Christine that night, he's like, "I'm out of here. I can't do it." And then you see him the next day, he's like, "No flights available. I'm here another day." He's supposed to be there till Wednesday. He said every day he was there that he's leaving the next morning, and then the next morning he'd be like, "No flights."
He told me I go, dude. He goes, "What time are you leaving tomorrow?" We're on the same flight. I go, I'm leaving at 5.
Sure.
I'm a lounge dude. I'm going. He goes, I'll go with you. So I was like, great. So he 5 in the morning. I'm in the limo. He texts me, I'll be there in a minute. Shows up, just a bag, has a leather bag, no strap, just handles, and he just jumps in the car. Shorts, hat. I'm like, is that all you got? He's like, yeah. I lost my wallet. I don't know where it is. Let's go. And I'm like, so we're leaving. I'm like, you need stuff, dude. Can't just.
Do I though?
And I go, let me just give you some money. And I gave him $100. You need cash. What if something happens, dude?
How's he gonna get on the plane?
Well, he goes, I have my phone. I'll just use my phone. So he shows me. We get all the way there, and I'm like, let's go. We'll go through Clear. He goes, all right. I go, we'll go through TSA Clear. He goes, what's that? And I'm like, it's TSA Clear, so you don't have to take your shoes off. He's like, fine. So we go up there, and he goes, I can't go through. Whoever sent him his
Itinerary.
His boarding thing,
Mm-hmm.
they just took, when you get the boarding thing at Delta and it says click here to check in, and it's just a blank, there's no actually scan thing.
Yes.
They sent him a screenshot of that.
Oh, no.
So he just had a screenshot of the thing where you're supposed to click. She's like, I can't get in. I'm like, you have no wallet, dude. What are you going to do? I'll just stay with you and help you figure it out in case you need my money. I have credit cards. He goes, no, I'm fine. I'm like, buddy. He goes, buddy, don't worry about it. I'll rent a private jet if I have to. I'm getting out of here. And he just left. He just walked away. I'm like, that's fucking rich. Like he's just going to call somebody and rent a private fucking jet. And then he wound up on the flight. I don't know how he did it.
You on your flight?
He goes, I went back. They had my wallet. I came back. I just made it. And he
Wow.
was,
It's only like a 15-minute drive. And you
it's
go
15
early.
minutes. He went early. And he made it through everything with his stupid, he has a satchel. He has like a leather satchel.
I think he was getting ready to just leave town without his wallet. I'd have missed the flight.
I know. I'm like, why did you?
I would have missed flight and then figured out flight later.
Yeah.
Dude, when you're a fucking millionaire, though, I don't think all that shit matters to you because if you have your phone, you can just call somebody to go pay for that
Yeah.
and tell them I'm coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like me and you go, I need my wallet. I need
my
those-
wallet.
I need
No one
those
knows who I
things.
am. I'm going to be lost in the world with no money or cash. I think my phone has a credit card in it. I think.
It was wild. I'll rent a private jet. I was like, that's
We'll go
amazing.
private.
I'll go private.
I think
He's so funny, Tim.
he's the best. But Christine is right about Austin is always, even at 11 a.m., like you think that's the one time you're going to get a break.
It's the worst.
It's the worst. Like, okay, I'm just getting out and starting my day, and that's when you're most attacked.
It is.
It's when it's the
So
scariest. It's
awful.
probably the scariest. And also, Bobby, we noticed this the last night, or actually a couple nights in. They were putting up the gates, on the sidewalk, and that's usually like because they're gonna start stopping cars from coming down 6th Street, and they make it like the middle of the street's the whole thing. They stopped that. So now they put the gates up so the street's clear. You can only cross in a few places, cross over 6th Street. You have to be on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
Same amount of people. You've now pushed them, so it's more volatile.
Yeah.
They
The
do
people are far
extend-
more angrier.
Yeah, they put the zombie
They
gates up.
extend the sidewalk a little bit
Yeah.
now. They like put the gates out
Into
and
the
make
street,
it,
but it's
not
still-
all blocked
You've
off.
taken 15 yards across and all the way down away from people who are bumping into each other, hammered,
frightening.
volatile,
I went
angry.
to CVS and CVS has the bottom floor, and then I was like, hey, I need toothpaste. They're like, oh, that's upstairs. They have a staircase you have to go up. You have to go up this staircase. I was frightened because it's like I just heard a guy at the top like coming down. I'm like, I don't know if I want to go up there. It's like you have to go up the staircase up to the second floor, and I got through it, and I was like, I made it. And I actually took. There's an elevator, but it takes like 20 minutes to go up and down one floor. It's frightening. The whole place is frightening. I actually got sick there too. I went to that little convenience store. You know the convenience store on Congress Street?
Sure.
It's got the weird stuff. And I went in and I'm walking out, and I just seen this old Asian lady sitting in a chair with a table, and she had all these photos. And I go, "What's this?" She goes, "Mongolian food. I make Mongolian food. It's my country's home food." I'm like, "Really? Where?" She goes, "Downstairs in the basement." And I was like, "Okay." And this one dude was like, "It's good." So I just go,
Josh.
I go, "Give me whatever you want. Give me something." She goes, "Okay." She came up with this, buddy. It was nuts. It was some sort of
It's like
beef.
a 7-legged fish. It did nothing that made sense. Bobby described. He just ate it.
It had a fish. It had anchovies, but it wasn't anchovies. It was the skeleton of anchovies.
Your fat thing is so different than mine because my fat comes in gluttony of the most basic fast food, pizza,
Wendy's,
pasta, shit like that. You know what I mean? Like you go out there, you can get enticed into some whack. That's why Ari loves
exotic.
traveling with you. He's
I'm exotic fat. I'm an exotic fat. You're local fat.
I'm local fat.
You're local fat. I'm exotic fat.
You're travel fat.
I will throw a 7-layered fish stew down my throat from a convenience store. Some Asian lady who cooked it in the basement.
He goes, should this fish have 3 eyes? He goes, yeah, special fish. And Bobby just eats it.
I don't know
I
why.
think that was involved in nuclear or something.
It was so bad. I remember there was rice, beef, fish, anchovies, and then there was vegetables that looked hot, but they were cold. It fucked me up. They took a big bite and it was just frozen, and it was spicy. It was weird, man. Weird.
You ate it. By the way, he also brought it back to his room. That's my favorite part of that story. He was telling me that. I go, well, you brought that to go? Yeah, give me random Mongolian food from this basement, lady. I'll take it back to my room and eat it.
Can I say something though? That I'm jealous of you. But you do travel with Christine, and like I've spent time with you guys, and it's so nice. You guys come back. She travels with slippers. She puts a little sweaties on, and you guys hang out. Like every night, I come back to the place, and I feel like a traveling salesman because I'm just alone.
You're very specifically talking about the festivals. So Christina's going to be on the road on the weekends ever.
Yeah, but you have somebody with you.
No.
You travel with Dillon.
Sometimes, but not always.
Yes.
You have Danny Braff and those guys.
I don't travel with them a lot. I should start traveling with people. I don't like.
But I also, some of these ones, I'm happy to have the time by myself just because, like, you have to deal with people for a few days.
I don't know, man. It's like
You can do what you want for, like, 3 days.
I was in that condo, and it's so amazing. And you're looking out over the whole city, and it's like this beautiful thing. And I'm just by myself.
Did you get that music thing I told you about there?
What do you mean?
I told you the thing where you can go smoke at the balcony.
I went on the balcony.
It's starting about 2 p.m. till midnight. Oh, you were out pretty late every night, but 2 p.m. till whenever the bars close, maybe it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
There's no noise ordinance. And that, like it's a recessed balcony.
Yeah, it sounds like it's right there.
But 5 different bands are just filling this little space.
Yeah.
It's so, you're like, holy shit, this
It feels
is
like they're
bad.
on the balcony with you.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It thumps.
Yeah.
Jesus H.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you right now.